Alright, here comes the topic that I didn't really want to talk about, and I'm not sure if I'm even going to let her know I made this video, but I think that just for the sake of honoring the individual, I will try to reconnect with this person and let her know that I indeed did make this video, and just out of respect, basically. Well, I guess this would be the first video that I did. It was got a lot of positive reception. I am now in a questionable set of beliefs that I'm currently going through, and I I respect these beliefs, but I don't think I can fully accept them and commit them to heart. But I will try my best to, I guess, if anything, I'm still here for this person, so. And it's been a very enjoyable ride so far, so I don't have any complaints. I just, uh, when you preach to someone about it's just something out of the blue like that, it comes off as a bit too strong, I guess, but it's alright. I don't mind. Valentine's Day is coming up once again, and like every other year, people like me are reminded that, hey, look, you're single. Uh, Congratulations. Now buy your chocolate so you can feel better. I really fell in love with this one girl one time. I'm sure that her name is on the video and she already knows, and I've spoken to her about this, and basically every time I would bring this up or we had this conversation, it would always end up being kind of not, yeah, she doesn't really return my feelings, but there's no like hard no. And I mean, yeah, trying to let people off easy is fine and all, but I came to the conclusion that if you're not gonna straight up say no, then I should keep trying. Also, she's done some questionable things that I just, if why would you do these things if you're not interested? So yeah, a lot of confusion stirred up in my heart, and I guess just I should probably start from the beginning, right? Just let it all out, let it flow, and not really hold back, even though I keep telling myself not to hold back. To be completely honest, and what I do, I end up just holding back. So, let's take it off in the beginning. Apparently, she saw me or knew that I existed back before I even knew she existed. And what I mean is that she saw me taking the bus with my mom a bunch of years back before we eventually went to high school together. So in high school, her brother was attending our church group, and I ended up basically, meeting her, and we attended a couple classes together, and I just found her to be the most delightful person ever. She was just nice to be around, and she was really cute. So obviously, I'm gonna, what's a guy gonna do, right? Well, eventually I started walking home partway with her, and the church just didn't agree with that kind of stuff. Being under the age of 18 and going to church is basically asking for trouble. If you're seen even remotely close to the opposite gender, you're going to get reprimanded. Straight up. So one of those days, my mom did something that no one should ever do, and is the reason why she's probably not going to see her grandchildren if I even come close to anything relating kids. I've been thinking about that. I was very adamant about that decision. I'm not so sure now. I think that that's the least I can do, is be like, hey, this is your grandma, right? But I wouldn't want my kids to stay around her for long periods of time at least. I think she's not that good of an influence. Um, but that's all just personal debates, and I guess I'll burn the bridge when I get there. But bottom line, she went up and basically told Cecia to just not do what she's doing, and then basically back off. And I I didn't even know about this. I probably would have gotten really mad at the time, and then her family came over to my place, and they were like, "Hey, what the fuck? Why are you reaming out our girl? Yada yada yada." I didn't know this was happening either. I guess we just had some very good sound insulation in the house. I was in my room, and well, I would have loved to be a part of this conversation, but I wasn't. And so eventually we couldn't really do much, and he ended up attending another school to recover her credits, etc., because she wasn't doing too well. And eventually, I guess I lost contact with her. She ended up moving back to her country, and that was that. Of the many regrets I have is not spending more time with her and getting to know her a little more, which is why nowadays I want to really try to connect with people, and I really want to talk to them as much as I can, just to kind of avoid having the situation again where I might never see that person and getting the chance to do it. Oh, I can just feel the pain coming out. Okay, alright, I'm good. uh, so, what ended up happening was really, I tend to, okay, I have this, how can I explain it? I put things on a pedestal. I romanticize a lot of things. Basically, like for example, raids and video games are you probably not that big of an experience, but when I watch an anime like Sword Art Online or Log Horizon, I want to participate in like a big raid event and have all these people come together as a whole. And realistically speaking, it's not that big of a deal, honestly. But like 4 hour raids or like very long raids are just. I wish I could at least get the chance to participate in one. But I don't play World of Warcraft, so I'm probably not gonna get to do that. Um, so I ended up really like just falling for this girl, alright? Just really falling for Cecia, and this would go on for a good 4 years or 3 years before I even uh, had the idea of even trying to connect with her through Facebook or something. And well, eventually we did talk, and it was some good times, really. I could tell that she also wanted to kind of spend more time with me, and she, I guess, she wished that I was around more, and at least that's what I get. And she did want me to stick around, but I guess a lot of very gray area, straight up. Well, not gray area, just manipulative things. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it again. She was being kind of manipulative in a way, and just uh, she was trying to like keep me close, but not too close. And I really wanted to give her my all, and her basically her family was all like, "Hey, we'll pay you for a ticket, and you can come down to visit." And I was like, "Oh, that's a really big commitment. I'm not sure if I want to go through with that, but I would have been delighted to see another country. That would have been great." Her brother ended up, I guess, being a worse person after leaving the church. I know that, well, our church specifically, not just me, as in, oh, I left just Christianity in general. They they just left our church, but okay. oh, oh, this is hitting me a lot harder than I thought it would. All right, give me another moment. Give me another moment to collect myself right quick. I'm really trying not to. It's taking a surprising amount of effort to not just break out into tears right now. I I don't know what's coming over me, but I do think that talking about this is helping, and I'm still hurting a lot. Uh, I guess I'll lose the glasses because I guess my the reflection on the screen isn't as bad. So I got to the point where every girl that I came across, I would compare them to her. The way she looked, the way she talks, how what what I thought that she was, right? And I would compare them to her, and I couldn't get it out of my head. Uh, I even ended up telling people that she indeed was my girlfriend. Of course, I was lying to myself, and only I knew that. But surprisingly, the response that I got out of people, even if they were just messing around, was, "Oh, just cheat on her, and she'll never know." And I that hurt me. Like, how can you possibly think like that? You're so yeah. I think, how can you possibly think like that? That this person is really trusting you, and if you really care about them, why are you going to find someone else just because they're not around? I there's it's not like we have a population shortage where your semen or whatever your body is needed to reproduce at every step of the way because we're gonna die off as a species, and you have no other choice. We have the opposite problem, which is overpopulation. So if you can't just look up some porn or relieve yourself, then why the hell are you even? Why? Just that hurts me, man. People can't be patient and just wait on others like that. Come on, man. It's not like you're never gonna see them again, right? And again, they trust you. You trust them, right? To conclude that little rant, I would say that I guess loyalty is just a joke to you people. Like, do you really not see that? Like, what? Is it gonna be like what? 20 years down the line where you you made this choice to be with this person. So what? Now you're gonna just turn around and go to someone else like it's nothing? But I would understand if you put up with them and you tried to see the good in them and they promised they would change. Yeah, of course, toxic relationship, man. Walk away. I don't mind. Go for it, right? If it's not what you want, you shouldn't. It's a two-way thing. The two of you have to work together. It doesn't matter if you're, you know, just cheating like that, man. I can't, I just don't believe it, but it happens every day. And then I'm not saying that I'm the better choice. I don't think very highly of myself. I'm just saying that I people like me don't have anyone to call their own, have to watch as other people are constantly just throwing away good opportunities and hurting good people. Well, because they've got their pee-pee hard. Or, hey, no one will know. Let me go suck this guy dick over by the fucking alley over there. No one's gonna know, and I need it right now, and it's a deadly addiction, and I have to do it, and etc. etc. Well, now I'm pretty sure that for some people it's really hard to repress their drive and to not follow their instincts. But I want to play video games basically every single second of my life. And I guess it is more of an addiction for me than it is for other people. But if I'm at work, I can still put the damn thing down and do what I'm supposed to be doing. It's not that difficult. Like, would I rather be playing, I don't know, StarCraft instead of doing whatever I'm doing? Yeah, obviously. But I still have to do what I have to do, and there's a balance. And while I'm not being very respectful to this balance, I still know that I Is it really that difficult, guys? Really? Well, back to what I was saying about this girl, about Cecia. Eventually, I realized that she wasn't going to have return the feelings that I had for her, right? And no matter what, things just weren't gonna work out. So I just, I just said, hey, it's fine, right? I will still try to be there for her because I care, and I ended up just, and well, that's probably when the one thing happened that don't really want to mention it and put her on blast like that, but essentially she was on. Well, I guess it would probably give it away, but that what she did sent some really strong, like, just the signals were completely off the charts. I did not know how to react. I Any other guy would probably have been like, "Woo!" I was just couldn't believe what had happened. I just sat there looking dumbfounded, like I was like, "Oh, she did that. What am I? How do I even react?" And so, well, seeing what I saw and just I wasn't very sure where to go from there. We were still friends for a little bit, and until until one day I realized that I guess the person that I fell in love with is just no longer there. She was starting shit with a lot of people. She really won't like to mess around, and hey, girls want to have fun. That's fine, but I don't know. I just being there for someone that you like only to I guess watch them as they ask your opinions about other guys. Like the magic of video editing is going to make this a lot. Uh, it's not gonna be as bad as it actually was for me to say. Uh, Hearing about her liking other guys, knowing that I liked her, and still acting the way she did that one time, like I mentioned, I realized that the person that I fell in love with was dead, and that our two word conversations that we had every day were the only thing that I was gonna that remained basically after all this time. And I just decided to one day just stop talking to her altogether. I know that I said that a couple of times before, and I always ended up coming back and trying to talk to her again. And I guess this is gonna be it again. After I don't even know the last time. It's been a while, but it still hurts. I give her this piece of my heart that I'm not gonna get back, and I'm just never gonna be the same now. That's just the way it is, you know. So, yes, yeah. If you managed to either watch this or got to this point, I don't hate you. All right. I just sorry things turned out this way, and I did this to myself. All right. I don't want you to feel guilty or anything, but I do hope you're doing okay. I wish you the best of luck, and Hopefully you found your way in life. I'm kind of still searching. I did find something to do. I'm part of a union. I work trade shows, and pretty fun. It's a good time, and found people that care about me. But okay, around like 20 minutes now. But I will never find the person to call my own, I guess. And people are always saying, "Oh, it's okay. You'll find someone eventually." I doubt it. Not at this point. Not after all of this. But it's alright. As much as I yearn for it, as much as I wish, and as much as I keep bottling all of these emotions that I can't let out on anybody else because you're, let's be honest, the things you can do with a lover are not the things you can do with a friend. And I am not the kind of person to want a friend with benefits, or I would never want to lose my virginity to a whore just out of principle. Not that they're bad people, okay? They're doing a thing, they're doing a business, a service. I don't. If you're a prostitute, if anyone is watching the video, I don't. Hey, do your thing, all right? People, people out there need you, okay? But yeah, it's once again turned dark, and I'm gonna end this now. There's a lot of things that I might have said that I probably didn't get to say, but I think it's better like this. I I tried being, I guess, nice, and again, a lot of the things that happened weren't her fault. So if anyone that's not Cecia thinks that she should probably be what hunted down and harassed, please don't do it. She doesn't deserve it, and you should not waste your energy on something like that. Go after the people that really does harm in the world. Okay, she hasn't. I'm sure she hasn't done anything bad. Okay. All right, guys. The last video helped me out a lot. This video, I think it's helped me to realize that I'll probably never be over her, and that's okay. I'll see you all on the road. Hopefully, hopefully things get better for me. Yeah, they've been great so far. I couldn't ask for a better time to be alive, honestly. Thank you all for watching. Have a nice day.